Welcome back to Digi Bros. We were just talking to my man, Horseman Head. I'm gonna leave him here alive.
Yeah.
Let's return to the dream.
Return.
After I grab this, whatever this is.
Return to the chaos.
Blood vials.
Man,
would've saved my
this
ass.
game would go well with Psy.
Dude, it'd go well with so much music I listened to in high school. It's incredible.
This game would go really well with
Bauhaus, Psy.
Yeah, did you
Mastodon.
listen to Bauhaus in high school?
Yeah.
Just
one
like
album.
that one compilation album.
Yeah. I tried other albums. I didn't really care about it. But...
Yeah. Well, I want to play this with the new David Bowie.
Opeth would be fucking rad.
Yeah, Opeth would be rad. But I think Psy's Insomnophobia album would be perfect. Because it's, about, like, fucked up, insane nightmares.
Of course.
All of
the nightmares.
The Japanese
That
band
looks so
Psy.
cool.
I'm not going to say everyone should go listen to it, because if you don't like metal music at all, then it's just going to sound like hell. But, like, if you're into metal, then listen to Psy. It sounds like hell. Like, literally. But,
pretty insane.
like, all of Psy's themes are about insanity. All of their songs are about, like, losing your mind. Specifically, listen to the album, Imaginary Sonicscape. That's by far the best one. Insomnophobia is really good. And Gallows Gallery. Those are my three favorites. Hangman's Hymn is alright. And Scenes from Hell and Scenario for Dead Dreams.
Yeah.
They released one like last year that was garbage. But Insomnophobia before that was good. Anyway, yeah, check out all those albums. Psy are fucking great. They are the most insane shit you will ever hear. Nothing else sounds like them. But there's a lot of like moments where they're just like playing insane shit and there's just cackling, like mad cackling going on throughout the songs and stuff, and like it's like Bloodborne on speed, basically.
True. Bloodborne on speed indeed. Oh man, we're about to go up an elevator to the coolest, my favorite fucking looking area of this game.
So since I mentioned
there's so many.
Yeah, since I mentioned Bowie, this is the main topic I wanted to get onto in this episode.
David Bowtie.
In this play session. So David Bowie died recently. Anyone who doesn't know him, he was a British musician who's been around since like the early 70s, I want to say, maybe even late 60s. Very, very famous. And what he was most famous for was how he changed constantly over his career. Like, he would completely reinvent his image and completely reinvent his sound. He started off as like a sort of spacey rock musician with like a little bit of a prog edge, but then he went through like a glam era, went through like times where he made like dancey music. He just made all kinds of shit and would have like a totally different persona for every type of music he did. And that's what he's best known for. And like, I never grew up like listening to Bowie, but I always knew about him because like our mom is very much an 80s kid. Like, she went through like her like early 20s, late teens in the 80s. And she knew Bowie and his work and stuff, and she talked about him a lot. And he's always been talked about on like VH1 and shit like that. So, I've always grown up with a knowledge of Bowie, and there's a few songs of his that I'm a huge fan of, like Life on Mars, which is our friend Brandon Tolentino's favorite song, so he got us into it. Cat People from fucking Inglourious Bastards. Putting out fire with gasoline. If you've seen that movie, then you know that song. Or if you've seen Cat People, probably far less odds. But yeah, there's been Bowie songs here and there. I've been aware of his persona. I best know him actually as a character on Venture Bros.
Oh god, that was probably my introduction to David Bowie as a person growing up.
Because in Venture Bros, then he's the leader of the Guild of Calamitous Intent.
Yes.
And which is like the main
the villains, yes.
Yeah, like they are villains. They're not necessarily the bad guys of the show, but they are the villains. But like, he's the leader and he can literally shapeshift because he's the next stage of human evolution called Homo Superior. And I always thought that was the coolest fucking thing ever. That Bowie was literally the next stage of human evolution, according to the show. And shape shifting was like a power rather than just a thing he did. But
oh man,
you know, David Bowie in the 2000s, people have not really critically acclaimed any of his albums. He has not made anything in like the last 15 to 20 years that people have really seemed to cling to the way that they did some of his older music. And I'd never fully gotten into anything he'd made.
Yeah.
But then this past year, he puts out a song called Black Star. And, oh yeah, this fight is fucking balls.
Yeah.
This is
balls
gonna be
deep.
This took fucking like one of the longest on Grubs. You can cheese them by going behind the statue back there, or not cheese them necessarily, but
I'm gonna.
making them fight each other.
Yes, I'm making them fight each other.
How did this happen?
I hit them with a shaman's bone blade, which makes enemies fight each other. I think it just wore off though.
Anyways,
shit. That was worthless.
Bowie put out a song called Black Star, and I was super into it. It sort of gave me Mars Volta vibes, which is what I liked about it.
Sweet. Still haven't listened to it. Gotta listen to it.
The song Black Star? You've heard the song Black Star. That's what I'm talking about.
It's very insane.
Do you not? Did it give you Mars Volta vibes?
Not really.
With like the way the sax is and everything. I don't know. A little bit.
It's just a spooky song.
Yeah, it's a cool like 10-minute fucking like artsy, proggy, spooky song, and I was like super into it. And I was like, man, if Bowie makes a whole album like this, I think I'm gonna have a Bowie album I really like. Like of all times, for now to be the time that Bowie puts out an album that I would get into.
Yes.
It was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And then maybe I'll like retroactively get into his discography through that album. So then Black Star came out. And it
came out.
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow that still sounds right in my head.
This isn't working.
Yeah, Jesus, I can't see anything. You're just like...
Wow, okay. I'll stop fucking around.
Yeah, so the album came out, and it was great. And then he died 2 days later.
Yep.
And it was
2
like... 2
days after his birthday.
It was like, holy fuck... But here's where it gets crazy. And now, if you really want like a lot of details about this, just go watch Anthony Fantano. His review of Black Star is really great. He made all the points I would make about the album and the context. But to give you the short version, the album is about Bowie dying.
Yes. Like
the lyrical content of it and the themes and everything are very clearly about death. And no one knew that Bowie was dying, but Bowie knew he was dying because it was an 18-month battle with cancer.
Yes.
So he was fully well aware that he was dying. It just wasn't something he'd ever made public or told apparently a lot of his good friends.
Yes.
So Bowie writes an album about death, makes music videos that are clearly about him being dead, which released about 3 days before he died. Lays all these things in place, basically.
Yeah.
He basically made his death into an art piece.
Yes.
And
it's fucking beautiful.
In the last year, I've been having a lot of difficulty thinking about death. Ever since Your Movie Sucks started doing his analysis of Synecdoche, New York.
Which is terrifying.
Yes. Because Victor saw Synecdoche, New York. I only watched like 10 minutes of it, but I watched all of YMS's analysis of it. And the whole movie is about like putting you face to face with death, And sort of Charlie Kaufman's like logic behind it was like nobody's willing to talk about death. So, I wanted to put it front and center. And I was like, yeah, no one wants to talk about it because it fucking sucks to think about. It is the worst. It is the absolute worst.
I used to not have a problem thinking about it, and now I do a lot.
Yeah. I've always...
like, oh, this sucks.
I've always had a trouble thinking about death. I've always said that, like, if anybody asks me, I always say that I'm going to live forever. Because I believe
immortality seems very awesome to me now.
Yeah. Well, I've always believed in a cyberpunk future where, our consciousness is going to be put inside of a machine, like Lane or Ghost in the Shell.
Fuck!
Like, that's the future I want to happen. because I don't want to die. I want to keep experiencing things. I want to keep seeing new and cool shit.
I need my consciousness to continue.
I want to be around for all the cool things that are gonna happen in humanity's future. I want to see all that shit. The thought of me not getting to experience things is the worst. And so I've always said, whatever, I'm just gonna fucking live forever, But then, anytime I've had to face death, it's been the worst. When we attended, my mom's friend Molly died last year.
Yeah.
And attending her funeral was absolutely fucking existential terror for me. I was sitting there in this church, surrounded by people I don't fucking know, just feeling like absolute garbage. That this was a thing that happened to anyone ever, and that I was in this place facing it. It was just the worst, watching my mom give a fucking eulogy and cry, and I was just like, I can't deal with this. I don't want to go to any more of these. I don't want this to happen, But ever since the Synecdoche, New York analysis, it's I can't stop facing it now. It's put it in my mind, okay, yeah, we know it's all well and good that you think you're gonna live forever, but how long does everyone around you have? Or how long do you, alright, if you keep eating the way you do, if you keep drinking the way you do, how long do you really have? How many years
are you taking off?
Right, how much time is really left? And
this is cool.
Our mom has fought and beat cancer before.
Yes.
She had stage 4 Burkitt's lymphoma about 4 years ago, and she beat it narrowly, but completely, amazingly.
Yes.
And then our dad in the last couple years has had a lot of I wouldn't say heart problems so much as scares.
Health concerns.
Yes, health concerns. Nothing that actually is a full-blown issue, but things that were making him feel uncomfortable. So, he quit smoking, he quit drinking, and then recently quit red meat, as we discussed in a previous episode. And watching him do that, it's it's simultaneously really gratifying and worrying. Because it's on the one hand, it makes me really glad that he is taking care of himself, but on the other hand, it wasn't something I'd been thinking about that he would need to do before.
Yeah.
It
started becoming alarming.
Right. It was oh, suddenly I have to worry about, is my dad okay?
Yeah.
How long does he have if he keeps going the way that he is, which thank God he stopped smoking and drinking,
yes.
and even stopped eating red meat.
That started getting really scary.
He has said that he feels, again, the most internally, on point that he ever has since quitting red meat. Is that one of the umbilical cords, or
no?
This is the DLC.
It's a Lawrence skull, so I can go fight a boss.
The Lawrence skulls, just like the Lawrence.
So I can fight Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes. But anyways, we had this whole line of jokes in a previous episode.
I know, I was referencing this. My Jennifer Lawrence joke was
about this.
It was foreshadowing this.
I see. But yeah, so death has become more and more of a concern. But watching David Bowie turn his death into an art piece is the first time that I've ever felt like I might be able to deal with my own death. Because it's so cool what he did with it. He literally turned his death into awesome art. He knew it was coming, he predicted it, and he tried to do something with it, And the impact that his art has had on me in particular is looking at it man, death wasn't even as I'm sure he was still afraid of death, but the fact that he made something out of it makes it cool and fun to die.
Now I'm thinking too much about death and just the emptiness.
So
it's terrifying to me because I can't bring myself to believe in an afterlife, and that's horrifying.
So after watching what Bowie did, I now have the goal.
Place is rad.
That if I...
someone died.
If I ever know that I'm dying, I am going to try to set up a gigantic ARG, an alternate reality game.
My eyes. Yes.
That will start off when I die. basically my death will be the inciting incident of this ARG. Like,
cool.
everything will be based around it. And, like, you know... Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say too much more, because then it would give it away. But, I mean, this is probably going to happen, hopefully, at minimum 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Hopefully more than 50
I know,
years from now.
Professor Snape died today.
Yes,
the actor, yeah.
the actual...
At 69 as well.
Yeah.
Unlucky year for people who are 69.
We lost Lemmy and David Bowie and fucking Alan Rickman.
Oh, true, I forgot that other guy died.
Yeah, Lemmy.
God, that was all within like 10 days, man.
Yeah, it's three very famous British men who all died at the same time of cancer.
Jesus. Fuck cancer, man. This place is cool as shit, man. I love these green skulls. It's fucking rad.
But yeah.
It's not like skulls, it's like little hunched over,
That's
they're
how,
kind of like the snail people.
That's how Black Stars helped me. And now I feel like maybe I'm ready to start facing all the stuff I've been avoiding, like Synecdoche, New York. Where I've been, you know, deliberately avoiding it, like thinking about it because it makes me think of death. And now I'm like, now I feel somewhat empowered in looking at death, you know.
Nice.
Still don't want to think about any of like any people I know dying, you know, because it's still like, man, if Dad died, we would be fucked.
Yeah.
We would just all be fucked.
And it would also suck.
Yes.
Because my dad is awesome.
Right. But I mean, like emotionally, I could teach myself to deal with it.
Yes.
But like, if we lost him right now, then the impact would be so much greater because of the fact that we'd also be fucked.
Yeah.
You know, it would be like completely losing all guidance all at once. You know.
Yes.
Which certainly inspires me to feel like maybe it's time for me to start growing up, you know, like, and being ready for when these things start happening, when people start dying, you know.
Felt a bit of that lately.
Because the thing is, in the last few years is when this is the first time that like celebrities have started dying who I know who they are. Yeah. You know, like it really started with Roger Ebert, where like he was the first like celebrity who I was actually a fan of who died. Where like, you know, there's some people I'd maybe heard of in passing, but there's never been anyone that I was like, that I like actively followed their content, you know? Like, I always hear like, oh my god, that actress died, but she was active in the 70s and I have no idea who she is, you know, like that kind of thing. But like, Roger Ebert was a dude who I was actually following, you know, like his content, like right up until his death, you know? Or like, some people who I wasn't, like, a fan of or anything, but, like, what's her name? The lady who did the red carpet things, like the fashion breakdowns. I had her name in my head a second ago and I lost it. That loud old lady.
Joan Rivers?
Yeah, Joan Rivers. She died, and I was like, man, I've watched her on television before.
We gotta go back to this other room.
You know? And then, like, Lemmy, David Bowie, and Alan Rickman, I knew who all three of them were. You know, I knew all of them by name. I knew their work. I know fucking Ace of Spades. I know fucking Life on Mars. I know fucking Harry Potter. You know, like... Yeah. And there's people who... There's other old actors who I know I'm going to lose before too long. You know, like... How long do we get Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart? How long do we get, like, you know... and we lost... what's his name? Fucking... The other dude from Lord of the Rings, fucking Saruman.
Oh, yeah, that was sad, but he was old as hell.
He was, like, in his 90s or something like that, or was 90.
Yeah. Alright, wait. Just be quiet for a second while we go through this room. This room is fucking rad.
Oh, God. Ugh. Everything's fucked here. This whole entire situation is not very clean. Are you sure this room is rad and not the worst?
The coolest fucking room in the game.
Jesus. Hey, can we talk again? How much of this do we have to be quiet for? Are we waiting for something? Okay.
But the people in this place are this is basically an old representation of the Healing Church's actions and taking this they're trying to recreate the old blood that was found in the ancient labyrinth.
Right.
And they're doing that by experimenting on humans and trying to give them this special blood. And this is like in their early stages of experimentation when they don't really know what they're doing yet, and they're just kind of fucking people up.
Right.
And these are like the prototype people. And it's very horrifying.
Yeah. Great backdrop for our conversation about death
this is a perfect area to talk about death.
But yeah, like the reason I was talking about like knowing celebrities, you know, who are dying now is that that makes me feel older, you know, where like every time a celebrity died up until now,
starting to get the feeling, you know.
Right. Like I never it's like these celebrities dying now are the same age as my still living grandparents.
Yeah. I mean, David Bowie's 10 years younger than Meemaw.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, Meemaw's gonna live forever like a shellfish. Like,
jinxing that one.
Meemaw's dad lived to be like 110.
That is true. Hopefully that's
although he
a hereditary thing.
He was an evil man. Like, everyone thinks that he lived that long just out of sheer evil. But, like, yeah, the Burtons seem pretty sturdy. Although I'm more worried about Meemaw, like, losing her mind.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like she's a little bit more slipped away. And that's what concerns me the most. Whereas, like...
recently, she's definitely seemed, like, loopier than she used to be.
Right. Like, if it's health, it's Dad's mom who's...
No, she seems nicer than she used to be. So, that's good.
Yeah, she has gotten nicer. I think she's forgotten
she seems more happy to see everyone.
All the time.
She wasn't frowning the entire time we saw her last time.
Right. But, well, she
stopped wearing sunglasses inside.
The reason
you can
she
see
used
her
to
eyes
frown,
now and she feels like a human.
The reason she used to frown all the time is because she didn't want to wrinkle her face.
Yeah.
That was why she would never smile. She's like that type of, like, you know...
except frowning also wrinkles your face in a worse way.
But she didn't understand that, I'm sure.
Yes.
But yeah, like... And Meemaw is always troublesome because she looks 10 years younger than she is because of the Botox that she had in, like, the 90s. But, yeah, like... It's just when I start seeing, like, celebrities who I know die, then that's when I realize, like, oh, I'm old enough now that death is a thing that is going to occur in my life. Like, you know, people I know... things I know are gonna start disappearing. And
knew a dude who I worked with way back when I worked at Checker Flag and I was like 16 or 17 who died of an asthma attack, and that just freaked me the fuck out.
And he was only like 23 or something, right?
I think he was like early 30s, but he was a young guy, and it was one day I was working with him, the next day he's gone. He was a big Naruto fan, always talking about Naruto, always watching Naruto in the wash bay. Didn't even get to finish Naruto, man.
Oh my god, you're right. Fucking Kishimoto, man. Come on. Your fans are literally dying before they get to see the end of your fucking story. I think about that all the time, like how many hardcore Berserk fans have died.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Dude, that's always been my thought. Like, every time someone talks about, like, oh man, what if Miura dies before Berserk finished? I'm like, what if you die before Berserk's finished? Like,
true.
Miura... could fucking, like, he's probably living this cushy fucking manga life where he never has to leave his house and be exposed to the elements and get diseases. He's a fucking Japanese guy. They live to be, like, 77, you know? What about you?
You realize this is a person, right?
Oh.
This is a conscious talking person here. That's turned into a massive flesh goo.
Qualified person.
It used to be a person who talks? That was a person.
But yeah. So, that's the reality I live in now.
Yes. Thank you for fucking depressing me.
Next time on Digi Bros.
Yeah.
Have fun with that one, kids.